Welcome to the Dead Bedroom Revival Podcast. My name is Corey, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode because I've been having a conversation, and like most of the time, I ask the question, what have you done to change your sexless relationship? And usually what answer I get is that I've done everything. And I'm thinking, you've done everything? If you've done everything, we would not be having this conversation. Things would have changed. You've been having amazing sexual encounters frequently, and it would be absolutely amazing. But you've not tried everything, and it's not a dig. It's not an insult. It's just me trying to point out that sometimes what we think is everything, or at least how we measure the effort that we've put into to resolve our relationship, it might not be the effort that you think you've put in. I mean, it takes me back to the time when I was in school. I used to be very good at sprinting, and I remember the first few years I would put in the practice, and win all the time. And I remember winning so many times that I just decided I didn't really need to train. Like, I'm already a champion. I'm training. I don't need to train. So I'd watch people train. I'd go and do something else. And I think there were times where other teams would have a shortage of players in other sports or other things that they were doing. So I'd go and play hockey, and I was never good at hockey, or go and play water polo and things that were silly. And I was not focused on my sport. And I remember when it came to the actual competitions, and we ended up racing, I couldn't believe how everybody was so much faster than I was. And I remember losing that race, and everybody was shocked, like, how did you lose that race? And because when I realized that I was about to lose the race, I pretended to have pulled a muscle. And it's so embarrassing. Pretended to have pulled a muscle, and blamed it on me getting hurt. But really, it was the fact that I'd not trained. I just got complacent. And when it comes to seduction within your relationship, if you look deeply into how it is within your relationship, when it comes to seduction, you have probably got complacent, and things have become uninteresting. They've become very familiar. So while you think you've done everything, or at least you're doing enough to make it amazing, you're probably not doing enough. And it's probably not as exciting as you think it is. So therefore, because it's not that exciting, and maybe the quality of intimacy or connection isn't that great either, I think it's quite easy to point out and say they're low libido and therefore it's their fault. But if we can take a look and see what else is it that I've done to contribute to this, and I've been guilty of this, just rolling over and then just groping it and then expecting that things to happen. And the times I've got rejected before, I've not put any effort into the actual seduction. I've not made her feel, just given even the opportunity for her to start warming up to the idea of having sex, and it was rapid as well. So I would do all this stuff so I can try and get this orgasm as quick as possible. And again, all the quality of the seduction wasn't there. So again, if you start thinking about it, how many times have you just sort of started groping her and then expected things to happen? And from some of the ladies I've spoken to, they say sometimes it makes them feel cheap. It makes them feel unattractive. And again, you've got to bear in mind, this feeling cheap, feeling used, or feeling like a piece of meat isn't the first time for it to happen. Sometimes it actually happens to them all the time. They go into a supermarket or something, and they'll catch a guy looking at them, and they've got all this lust over their face. Sometimes it makes them feel sick. Sometimes it feels so. you end up becoming into that bracket, and it sometimes is a massive turn off. So again, complacency comes into what we do in terms of seducing our partner, um, you know, doing the work to make things interesting and keeping that curiosity within your relationship in terms of sexual curiosity. You know, there's certain things that you need to be doing, like being playful, being um, confident in yourself. So um, like being funny and laughing at yourself and doing stuff that will make the relationship exciting, because you move coming in one dimensional in terms of what you wanting to be intimate. You're coming in from it from one dimensional, one angle. You're not doing other things in order to make yourself better at this thing here. Like I did. I didn't focus on that one thing in doing different things to make it that one thing much better. If I'd focused on doing my sprints, if I was focused on doing my weights, if I was focused on um, doing other things that contributed to making me quicker, I would have been able to exceed, or at least excel and win. And for you to win in this battle that you're in right now, you probably need to start looking at yourself and thinking, where is it I'm lacking within my game, and how can I improve it so our relationship can improve. So hopefully this is something that is powerful for you guys, because this is one of the things that is very powerful for me, and it's transformed my life and transformed the life of many other guys. And I am inviting you to go to www.deadbedroomrevival.com so we can give you more of these trainings. There's a new framework that I've been teaching. It's called Lust. Oh, it's incredible. Which is L for leadership, and then U for unpredictable, S for seduction, and then T is the time. So you actually learn the lust framework. How do you keep the lust within your bedroom and your relationship? And when I say lust, I'm not talking about just tricking your partner to having sex with you, but I'm talking about them wanting to seduce you, or them actually chasing after you because they just want to connect with you in that way. So I'm excited to have been making this episode. I've arrived home. I'm about to go to sleep now, and I'll be making another episode soon. And I'm really excited to be part of this community and providing as much value. Thank you for the amazing messages of feedback, and I'm grateful for them. If you've got any questions, you can catch me on Instagram. It's Kuri Mahamba, which is KuriMahamba. And you can find me on Instagram, and you can ask me some questions from there. So thank you very much. I'll be seeing you guys very soon. Take care.